Meanwhile, on board the Rota ship. Captain, we've followed them into light speed travel. We've maxed out the engines. We're moving at light speed 20. But unfortunately, they're still pulling ahead, Captain. What? What do you mean they're still pulling ahead? We have a level 3 quantum drive. In order to be pulling ahead, they'd have to have one too. Yes, Captain, that's affirmative. Because of their lower mass, the quantum drive they have is more effective. So they're pulling ahead at approximately light speed 22. But I'm picking up energy fluctuations from their ship. I don't think it's stable. It damn well shouldn't be. We targeted their engines. Yes, Captain. It seems the hits were effective, ma'am. I don't think they're going to be able to maintain that speed. Or at least they won't be able to maintain it as long as we can. They'll drop out of light speed before us. Oh, the little kitty thinks she can get away. Sorry, but you're not running from this one. Captain Mika. Perhaps you should have been a little bit more wise. Accepted my generous proposal. I mean, it was a blatant lie and we were going to kill you all anyways, but it still would have been smart to take the chance. I mean, not all captains are as cruel as I am. Had it been another captain, they might actually have honored their word. Captain Shima, there's something going on with the ship. What? Something's wrong with us? No way they were able to lay in that kind of damage. No, ma'am. Not with us. With the enemy ship. One of the crew members on board the bridge shouted. According to the readouts, they're altering course. What? To where? Captain Shima shouted, leaning forward in her captain's seat, seeming to be distraught with the changes in events. It doesn't make any sense, Captain. They seem to be altering course towards the outer rim of a star system. A very local, small one. Only 3 planets in it. Their bearings seem to have them going towards the last of the exoplanets. No, not an exoplanet. It's a celestial dwarf, Captain. Basically a planet that's not big enough to be a planet. It's right on the edge of the star system. Why in the hell would she be going there? Doesn't make any sense. What data do you have on the planet? Is it inhabited? No, Captain. According to our data, the planet is uninhabitable. For many reasons. Including the fact that it's made of a very rare substance, nearly 70%, that generates a powerful magnetic field, a gravitational flux. So things on the surface are much heavier than they should be. It may be small, but its gravitational field is that of a planet that's nearly 5 times that of any normal habitable planet. Anyone stepping foot on the surface would be crushed by the weight of their own body. So I doubt she's planning on setting down there. No, you idiot. I guess she's smarter than I thought, Captain Shima replied. A magnetic wavelength that powerful will disturb all manner of instruments. Basically, once we enter the radius of the planet, we'll be down to visual confirmation only. We won't be able to use long-range scans or detection systems. We'll have to keep our eye on them at all times. If we lose sight of them, they can attack us from blind spots. Shield systems usually work fluctuating energy between different segments of the ship depending on incoming attacks. But it's all based on long-range detection, knowing where the enemy is and focusing energy in the shields in that direction. But if the long-range detectors can't pinpoint to their location and thus the location the fire is going to be coming from, Our shields can't compensate. So, we'll stack more damage than we should. Their vessel is more maneuverable than ours is. She's clever. She's using the gravitational field of that world to even the odds. Push things in her advantage. So, what should we do, Captain? Well, follow her, of course. Adjust course. Continue a direct heading for them. But Captain, you said she's luring us in. Yes, she is. But that doesn't mean we're not going to accept the challenge. Shouldn't we perhaps maintain distance? Wait for them to leave the exoplanet? No, if we do that, she'll just hide behind it. She'll have all the time in the world to repair her ship, while we just sit helplessly by waiting. According to your scan data, she's got a level 3 quantum drive. We're the only ship that has been dispatched to catch them that has one. No other ship is going to be able to catch them once they get out at a running start. And that includes us. If they're able to make repairs, they'll run, and we won't be able to catch them. We have no choice but to continue the conflict. Just because she's trying to even the odds doesn't mean we're going to lose. Our ship is still stronger, better equipped, better armed, and much better defended. Not to mention, we are warriors, trained soldiers. In terms of experience, we have the edge. This little maneuver might give her a few boons, but it's still overwhelmingly in our favor. Clever or not, Captain Mika, you will not be making a fool of me, Captain Shima said, once more moving a coif of hair behind her head as it flowed out over her back. But I must say you are making it interesting. Far more so than I would have expected. Captain, they just dropped out of light speed. We'll be dropping out in order to pursue in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the crewmate said, as a flash of light heralded their re-emergal into normal space. Dead ahead of them, the exovol, making a beeline for the exoplanet. That ever so strange celestial dwarf. A small gray little rock with silvery rings floating around it. Are we within weapons range? Only barely, Captain. Low-level chances of impact. Good. Fire. What, Captain? Don't question me again. I said fire, Captain Shima replied. We don't want them having time to think. Every bit of pressure we can put on them, we should. The more pressure there are, the more likely they are to make a foolish mistake, she said, as all of the weapons system on board her ship began to fire off one after another, beams and rockets, and shots from cannons, ringing out one after another, as they began to approach the exoplanet behind Exovol. Captain Shima, we're beginning to enter the gravitational field. Our instruments are beginning to act up. Do we still have visual on them? Yes, ma'am. We still have visual lock. Are we gaining any distance on them? No, Captain. Apparently, their impulse engines are also more effective for their smaller size. They're faster than us at impulse as well. Damn it. That little pink bitch, Captain Shima said, beginning to grit her teeth, nervously beginning to scratch one of her long fingernails into the armrest of her chair. What are you up to? What's your plan? We're starting to enter the gravitational field. So, what will you do, Captain Mika? Are you going to turn around and start fighting? try to flitter away and hide. What's your game, girl?